All right, so the second one we're going to be doing is what's called a weed tea. Now, it's a pretty simple brew, but it can have long-term effects on our property. So this is just about getting a bucket, whether it be 20 litres or in this instance, just a 10-litre one, which is all we need. Actually, it might be a 5-litre, doesn't matter. Oh, 13 kilo. Doesn't matter what the size, but it's about the ratios more than the actual size of the bucket. So we have a bucket that we got, and went round and just picked a whole heap of weeds out of the garden. Now, weeds are actually nature's healers. So what they're trying to do is fill a niche. They're trying to heal the space. So, you know, all plants will grow, but a plant will only thrive in the right environment. So when you're looking at these things that are growing and thriving, what they're actually doing, it's a language that we can use to read, to indicate what's going on in our soils. So one of the ways to be able to sort of diminish the role that those particular plants, because they're not really weeds, they're plants, the role that they have within our soil profile, is we can actually take these plants and use them to extract the nutrients, which is going to help balance out the deficiencies that are in our soil. So this is about nutrient, not about biology. The first one was about biology. This one is about nutrient. So what we do is we go out and you harvest a whole heap of weeds or plants that you don't want in your garden. The only thing is just make sure there's no seed or viable seed on them, because if you put that in and then you start watering it around later, you're going to be spreading that seed out, and you don't want to do that. So you want to get your weeds or your plants and you want to put them in your bucket, and you want to fill the bucket up till about 3/4.
Any type of weeds?
Any plant will do. You can do it with any plant. All right. The only ones I'll really like, there are some you would actually avoid though. Like there's a common one throughout the region called a Madagascar fireweed. It's really quite toxic. You don't want to be handling, you don't want to be soaking the toxins out of that and putting it into your soil, things like that. But most of your common plants or your common weeds, it's not a problem at all. You could even do this with some of your excess veggies and stuff if you've got too much, and you might find that, because they're quite nutrient dense, you want to extract the nutrients out of them as well. So we're just putting these in the bucket. And you want to fill the bucket till it's about 3/4 full. All right, this is almost to that point. All right, and then from there, what we do is we fill it up with water.
It's unchlorinated water.
Again, unchlorinated water. All right, rainwater is the best if you can get it. If not, stuff that's been filtered to get those toxins out. All right, and then what we do is after we put that in, they're floating in that. We get a brick. And that just weighs the weeds down, so they're out of the air. And what they'll do is they'll start to break down inside this bucket. The nutrients in this in the weeds will start to leach out into the water, and ultimately that's what we want to use. This will take anywhere between 4 to 6 weeks, roughly, and you'll see that the water will change color and get quite black. From there, you can water that down 1 to 5, 1 to 10, depending on where you're using it, and you can put that back out on your garden, back out into your vegetables, back out into your fruit trees, and that's helping to cycle nutrients that the plants themselves are taking up out of your soil, helping to alleviate that balance. You're soaking it up and then you're putting it back in. So, we can spend it takes time to build good soil, but we can really speed up the process with some of these simple brews. We're not even getting complex. Like you can get really complex with the aerators and all sorts of other stuff as well. And we'll get through that, Lawrence, as time goes on. But these ones here are really simple to start with, and that it can have a major effect in a very short period of time, within a month or so, out on our landscapes, which is actually really cool. So, this one you might use, or you might make up, maybe once a month, once every couple of weeks. All right. And this one here, once every 4 to 6 weeks. And as you're weeding, you're just adding more. If you've got a big barrel, like a 200-litre barrel, like the one you've got over there.
Over there.
Okay, yep. You could turn around and put that somewhere, take the lid off, and just keep filling it with weeds as you're getting more and more, and then you just take the liquid out as you need it. So you've got a constant supply of this
fertilizer,
of this weed tea to use out on your gardens. So this here will only produce a small amount. Of course, if you've got like that 200-litre barrel, you just every time you weed, you throw it straight in there, just as long as it hasn't got the seeds in it, and that'll just keep continuing to cycle.
And you don't have to remove the weed.
No, eventually it'll break down to almost nothing into the bottom. Right. Like at some point you will have to empty it to give it a clean. But the time frame it's going to be is quite huge.
Oh, fantastic.
So from what we can do from here is, again, we're just going to extend this out.
Yep. To stop some mosquitoes
and other things to get in there as well.
Okay.
And that's it.
That's it.
Yeah,
wow.
that is it.
Fantastic. Thank you.
No, thank you.